When Socrates was executed, one young man in the crowd was shattered. His name was Plato. He was only in his late 20s, but that day he made a decision. If his teacher's voice was silenced, he would carry it forward. And he didn't just carry it forward. He built an entire new world of thought that still shapes how we think today. Plato was born in 427 BCE into one of Athens' wealthiest families. His relatives were politicians, generals, men of power. A comfortable future awaited him. But when he met Socrates, everything changed. Plato was struck by his teacher's way of questioning, his courage, and the fact that Socrates died rather than betray philosophy. After Socrates' death, Plato left Athens. He traveled across the Mediterranean, studying mathematics in Italy, astronomy in Egypt, and politics in Sicily. He was searching for answers to the same questions that haunted his teacher. What is justice? What is truth? How should humans live? When he finally returned to Athens, Plato began to write. And here's the fascinating part. He didn't write books of lectures. He wrote dialogues. Stories where Socrates and others debated big ideas. This made philosophy something alive, something anyone could step into. Through these dialogues, Plato gave us some of the most famous ideas in history. One of them is the theory of forms. Plato believed that everything we see, a tree, a chair, even our own bodies, is imperfect. They are just shadows of a perfect version that exists beyond the physical world. To him, true reality was invisible, made of eternal forms like beauty, justice, and goodness. Another idea is his allegory of the cave. Imagine people chained inside a cave, only seeing shadows on the wall. To them, those shadows are reality. But if someone breaks free and sees the sun, he realizes the truth. Then, if he returns to the cave and tries to explain, the others might not believe him. This story is more than a metaphor. It's Plato's way of saying, most of us live chained to illusions, and philosophy is the path to break free. Plato didn't just write. He also founded the Academy, the first true university in Western history. There, students studied philosophy, mathematics, politics, and more. One of those students was Aristotle, who would go on to shape science for centuries. Plato himself believed that philosophers should guide society. In his book, The Republic, he imagined a philosopher king, a ruler who seeks wisdom instead of wealth or power. It was an ideal, maybe impossible, but it was his way of pushing Athens and the world to aim higher. Plato lived into his 80s, writing, teaching, and dreaming. He saw philosophy not just as knowledge, but as a way to transform the soul. To him, the highest goal was to turn away from illusions and move closer to the eternal truths, the forms of justice, beauty, and goodness. His influence is everywhere. Christianity, Islam, the Enlightenment, even modern science carry traces of his thought. Every time we ask whether truth is deeper than appearances, we are still asking Plato's question. Plato's life teaches us that ideas matter. They shape how we live, how we govern, and how we see ourselves. And sometimes, an idea can be stronger than armies. So here's the question Plato leaves for us. Are you living chained to shadows? Or are you searching for the truth beyond them?